I wasn't biased at agriculture, but it was not a first priority. My first priority was medicine because I was imitating my father, who is a medical person. But as I opened my mind, I realized there were greater opportunities than being limited to medicine.
No, the thing is, with your combination, it's purely science. Don't you think it's for men?
No, sciences can be done by the girls. What a man can do, a woman will always do.
I feel like you have the career to be maybe someone big in the bank here. Is it really a good career for you to be among men?
Of course, that is very okay for a woman to move ahead from one point to another. The whole thing is opening up your mind, willing to take up a lot, standing out. I will not let my career bar me from handling my family. And this work environment is very okay. In case there is something to do with your family, you communicate to your supervisor, communicate to someone immediate, and they will always free you. It is your interaction with your supervisor.
Now maybe as many parents, like for example in Acholi they say dowry is more important than education. Now what do you say about that always? Like when you go to a family home, they have never gone to school, they only think of dowry and the rest of everything. They think marriage is the best thing they can do.
What I usually tell their parents is that I am self-sustaining, isn't it? I don't need to wait for a man to give me the money to do the shopping. No, I get the money because I have worked for it. What I usually tell their parents is that when these people have learned, when they have studied, it means they will not disturb them in the future. You talk to the parent and you tell them, but I am there. This is what I am doing. That means your daughter can do something much better than being married off.
As someone also struggling to fight for the gender equality, could you please try to empower me much more with some ideas that I can help sensitize of the parents at home, encourage our fellow young ladies in the school to pull up their socks so they can do a much more concentrating a science subject and including agriculture also.
Don't have a bias. There is nothing that one person can do that the other person cannot do. So it's a matter of you opening up your mind and having no bias. The boys, the gentlemen, please, you have a great role to play. That means you can support them. And it doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are actually strong. But you need them to be there to support you. Isn't that right?
Well, I can say I have something like 65 convinced somehow.
Convinced. Okay, that the women can do as much as you can do. I think you did great. Yes, just like you say.
At the beginning, we just worried about agriculture.
Yes, it's not about digging the whole day. I never knew that I could be a banker when I do agriculture, but now, when I saw Maureen, it's really great.
Even she's studying in Gulu University.
Yeah.
And it means after studying in Gulu Central, we have to go to Gulu University so that at least.
Yes.
But we have to bend back in our book.
Yeah, I really think I should do agriculture, which can please me working in a bank. Then I can also please my parents who wanted me to do agriculture. I'm really happy.
I want to be an extension worker. I like moving with the Honda.
Agroforestry is an art and science of growing trees together with crops and animals in a systematic way. These three components, one will help the other in one way or the other. We do a lot of planting whereby we come and see maybe after a season, you find that some have given us a lot of fruits. Before we move to the other section, let me first do for you the practical of grafting. I make a sharp slant cut, like this one. On the side also, we make a sharp slant cut. And then you join these two plant parts together, like this. After joining them together, we tie it with a grafting tape. forestry intervention. I don't know if you are seeing it here. We call it alley cropping. We plant some trees in a line like these ones. Then in between the lines, we plant some crops. I think you can see we have the shea nut here. Then we have simsim.
In fish farming, we are dealing with fish, which is tilapia, Nile tilapia in particular, and catfish. We are working mainly on the problems the fish farmer out there has, so that we help them to maximize profit.
What are the main results of your research?
We are looking at reducing the cost of feed by using raw materials that are commonly wasted.
How can you sensitize now the fellow ladies to get into your shoe and also encourage her, promote aquaculture to continue moving further in Uganda?
All the things that should motivate you into research, becoming a female researcher. If you can improve those problems you're facing in the kitchen, I think you would be proud of yourself. For me, knowing that all the people who are managing this enterprise every day are women, and in the end, actually, the women are going to cook the food, the fish, and then I feel like I'm helping.
I work with Women of Uganda Network. Our main target are the women farmers, but we also target the general community because you cannot only work with the women and leave out the men. The men also need to be there to support the women. So we provide agricultural information using information and communication technologies. Actually, these students are under a project which is called Community Action Research Project.
Right now here I'm doing my research that involves training the farmers in entrepreneurial skills. And then afterwards, measuring the impact or the effect of that training on their income and productivity.
The farmers are doing, the students are also helping them do it. So that is what we're going to see now.
Here we are trying to produce soya milk using the locally available resources. They are pounding the soya. Then after that, they are grinding it using the local stone. After that, they are going to sieve it so that it becomes fine. We want them to practice agriculture as a business, not just for home consumption. We are going to make soya coffee. She's going to take us through that process. They have already learned how to make this. Actually, they are now enjoying it in their homes. She's going to add soya flour. You don't have to leave it. The moment you leave it, it will get burned. As we are doing research, we came on the ground here knowing that farmers have stock of knowledge. Okay? We are also benefiting from them. And as well, they are benefiting from what? From university research through us.
Much as we try to fight gender equality as in the work, there are some work of which it's just seen for women. As for grinding here, it's like basically seen as for women. Now, what if you're saying men can also do the same work?
To be honest with you, it's most of those work are done by women. Men normally come in when it comes to making financial decisions and perhaps maybe marketing. It's deep-rooted in terms of how we are brought up and in terms of understanding the gender division of labor. In the cultural setting, men believe that schools are supposed to be for certain gender. Then these kitchen things are supposed to be done by women. But I think there's a huge difference coming up as per now. Women are beginning to realize the importance of educating ladies.
I came to understand agriculture does not need like the physical energy. Indeed, also the mental energy, for which all people are equal, really. I thought all the men, they have the idea. I can say I've been making a mistake.
Actually, I can say you have not been making a mistake. You were not exposed to the field of agriculture.
Yeah.
Because you were rigid in your mind that not knowing that girls join up science subjects, agriculture institution to become field extensionalists.
You know one thing? All these women, the role models we witnessed, all of them, they have really, they have shining faces.
That's
very
great.
shining.
That's great, Kenny. Come on.
Madam Lilian, wouldn't it have been better if you studied agriculture to do your work?
I can collaborate with those who did science to help do part of the things. But if I did agriculture, I wouldn't have some people to explain certain things. I would do it.
Why didn't you do science?
I had difficulties. I would do well in hard subjects, very well. But when it comes to science, I would try and, you find yourself there, but things are not coming out. So at the end of the day, I had to make a choice, you see. But I would advise you to really go into these sciences because you're very marketable. You can get a job easily. But if you want to work with communities like how we do, you want to deal with the farmers, then go for agriculture. Yeah, that's my message to you people.
Fantastic. As seeing Dora's farm, she made me really interested in doing what my ambition was. I can become a farmer. I met Juliet as I can be a shopkeeper. I can talk and advise my farmer as well. It is so interesting. I met an extension worker. She works with farmers. She trained the farmer and she changed the mind of maize. In the community, she's working. I can also be a banker. I can give loans. I can serve in the bank as a bank manager as well. But I studied agriculture. I think I can make it too. In research, they came out with new technology to improve the life of the farmers. I think that is a great thing. I can also do that. Lilian, who gives information to the farmers, guides the farmer, that is improving the life of the farmer. I think that is great. I can also do that. But now I am becoming confused. With agriculture studies, I can do so many things. I can become a banker, advisor, a shopkeeper, a farmer, extension worker. I can do so many things. I am getting confused. Now I'm becoming confused.
Wow, we are going to Gulu University. Winnie, can you imagine? We are going to see everything, the projects, the hostel. Ooh, university. Yeah.
Madam, do you have challenges in your work as a lecturer?
Yes, I have challenges. My family does not live in Gulu, but I need to be with them because I have children and they are much younger than you are. I have to juggle between job and family. As a woman, in most cases, you need to work extra harder. But this is what we always do, even what our mothers do. You find men who will just come back from the garden and ask for food when you've been there together. But you, as a woman, you're supposed now to come back, prepare the food. Even in this profession, we have to many times work a bit harder. In our community where we live, many times when planning is done, women are not considered with their other extra roles. So you need to really work extra hard to ensure that you come up to the top.
In your own opinion, why is it important for the girl to study?
It's important for every girl to study, because when a girl studies, then you like having a sure foundation that the children and the community where she's going to live will be properly, guided.
Why is it important for a girl to study science?
Science jobs are always available. You need money to support yourself. You need to support your children. You need to have a job which is better paying. And science jobs are, 1, available, 2, they pay more.
Why is it important for a girl to study agriculture?
Most of the people involved in agriculture are women. So for these women to be supported, those that are in the field, we need women who are professionals in the same field to help them. If we don't have them, then it means that these women will not be able to produce enough, and therefore the income of the country will go low. There are many, many jobs that you can do. Actually, when you study agriculture, you just advise. What we say that you will carry out agriculture by the mouth and by a pen. You're not doing it with a hoe. No, you've jumped that.
When ladies always do go higher, they lose some respect for their husband. Are you balancing that equation very well?
The community we live in has contaminated so many minds, thinking that now when a woman goes up there, maybe she has a PhD and you don't have, she'll be called a doctor and you are not called a doctor. If you have a clear attitude of knowing this is just a title probably she has achieved, and especially when you've been supporting her to achieve it, I'm very sure you will be also very happy. The beautiful thing with the women, the woman will first of all think of her family, the children, before even thinking of other people. So if she has more money, more investments at your home. And at the end of the day, they will continue saying, this is Mr. Mlochi's home. Nobody will be there to do the accounting how much I've put.
What are some of the challenges you are facing in this campus?
This is a big institution of mature people. Lecturers and both students are considered at the same level as adults. If you want to do your own things, it will be at your own risk. If you take most of your time outside, doing outside things apart from books, you find that you may not balance it properly.
Tell me about the quality of education delivered in Gulu University.
Some months back, Gulu University was ranked as the second best university in Uganda after Makerere, and it was the 79th best university in Africa. And besides that, we have the plots where we do our practicals. We go to Ngeta, we go to Serere, we go to all those agricultural research stations to do more of what we cannot do within campus. Here, we were trying to breed a different variety of sorghum. This one is a student's research. She wants to know if this disease from here can really travel and affect the whole plant. That's why she has grafted the diseased part with the healthy one.
I believe that Gulu University was not delivering a quality education. I was told that I can be determined. I focus on what has taken me to the university. I just mind of my future. When I reach there, then I'll prosper. I was very happy to hear that because I thought there was no solution.
For me, I think I will be a banker like Mori.
Really? Then you look more beautiful.
How about
what
you?
of you?
For me, I'd like to be a doctor.
You mean veterinary doctor or something?
I don't which one? Medicine.
Then you have to be a veterinary doctor and treat our animals.
Of course.
So I'm going to be a very big woman in future. I'll have my farm. Then I have to call you.
Of course, you have to.
Since you'll be having experience. Don't you see that? Me, I want to be an agricultural manager. I want to do crop production and management. In years to come, you will not know me anymore. I'll be looking good, having cars.
Students, after completing the university, having done agriculture, don't walk on the streets. My students are always booked before they graduate. Yes. However, to join agriculture, you need to have done chemistry, biology, in addition to physics, mathematics, and economics. Essentials are biology and chemistry. Relevant, physics, economics, and agriculture. I hope that you will apply to come and study agriculture in Gulu University. You're welcome. Oh, how was it? Thank you.